welcome to my channel Beauty and Beyond. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a new launch from Swiss Beauty, which is the Cheekaboo palette, in which you get a contour, a blush and a highlighter. And the best part is the price of this is only 349 rupees, and right now they are on a discount, so you can get it for around 314 rupees, which is quite a good price for a face palette. These palettes are available in 3 shades and I have the darkest shade here, which is 03, and I feel for someone who is medium toned, I feel this is a great contouring palette. This will not be a bronzing palette, but it will be a contouring palette because it has all the cool toned shades. This might seem a little dark for me when I apply at first in the first swatch. I'll show you that in the application, but when you blend it out completely, it looks beautiful, as you can see on my face. They come in this outer packaging which has a matte black finish and everything written on this golden accents. I like how it looks, and you get all the information printed on the back of it. You get the manufacturing and expiry date printed both on this box as well as the inner box. Now let me read out what the description of this states. Swiss Beauty Cheekaboo is a complete palette containing contour, blusher and highlighter to ensure you achieve your absolutely sculpted face. The particles of this palette are lightweight and highly pigmented, which glides smoothly over your skin and doesn't feel heavy once applied. It is quite easy to blend into the skin as the pressed powdery formula goes evenly with the skin tone. It comes in a travel-friendly pack as it has got a very sleek design that can be carried along anywhere. If you are looking for something that is an all-in-one face sculptor, then this is exactly what you need. Definitely this sleek packaging is travel friendly and all the claims look very promising. Even the price is so great, but is this really of good quality? That we need to check out, so stay tuned till the end of the video. I think you can instantly see the patchiness here. When I drew the line, it did not come out smoothly. But anyways, let me blend it out and see how it looks. I do like the shade of it. It is a perfect contouring shade. It is more towards cool tone. You can instantly see the shadow and shape it gives. I love it. Now let's contour my other parts like my forehead, and you need to join it to your cheeks and then go to your jawline. This is how your contour should look. It should be a 3 like this. I have a really wide nose, so the nose contour definitely changes the game, and I love how my whole face looks so contoured and chiseled. I love it. I think it is more because of the shade of the contour that it looks so chiseled. Did you see that? I just put on one swipe and this is the pigment. Once you are happy with the pigmentation, I take this brush and I clean it off completely so that there is no residue left, and then I blend it with this. It is always better to blend the blush in this circular kind of a motion because then it blends very naturally and very smoothly. Also make sure that you are blending the blush with your contour and your contour does not look like a line and your blush looks different than the contour. It has to look blended like this, and if you want you can take it a little bit towards your temple because that way it looks more natural. Now this blush is definitely a dark shade for me, and it is kind of a formulation which leaves these kind of marks that you can see. So when someone looks from the front, they can see these marks on your cheeks. So what you need to do is take the loose powder that you have used under your eyes and then try to blend out this line like this. You see, now it looks so much softer than the before one. I'll do the same on this cheek as well. This is a trick that you can always use if your blush leaves a line like this. That is done. The cheek looks beautiful. Now moving on to the highlighter. For the highlighter, I generally use a brush like this, a fluffy brush, rather than the fan brush, because I think this picks up more pigment than a fan brush. So I'm taking the highlighter here and I'll just apply it on my cheekbone like this. This does give a beautiful sun glow kind of a look, and I love this shade. So when light hits on it, it gives that beautiful shine. Now just that it does not look like a line, what you can do is just blend it a little bit like this. On the nose, you don't need to draw a whole line. What you do is just apply it on the bridge of the nose and then on the tip of the nose. That's it. Don't draw a whole line. Now that you've seen the swatches and application, let me tell you what I feel about this palette. Firstly, I think that the shades are a bit patchy, mainly the contour shade. So when you are applying it, what happens is that it does not come off smoothly at first, but of course then you can reapply and blend it out, all of that, but I still feel that the shade is patchy. The blush was okay, I guess, but it still left marks on my cheeks which I had to blend out with a loose powder. So then again, you had to do extra mehnat for that. The highlighter was pigmented but not very pigmented, so you need to apply at least 2 to 3 layers of this highlighter, and you need to apply it with a brush that is dense, or else you will not get that kind of a pigment. But apart from the inconveniences, I do feel that this is a handy face palette. I have used the face palette from Sugar and I have used the face palette from My Glam. Both of them has some hits and miss, because for some the contours worked, for some the blush worked, the highlighter worked. So it was never like I was satisfied with all the 3 shades or the formulation of all the 3. But I would say this did make me work more for it. Like I had to blend and I had to think of ways in which this will look good, but still in the end I got the result that I wanted. My face does look chiseled, right? So I feel that this is a good palette. This is not a good palette, but it is an average palette for which you can invest 319 rupees. You will not waste your money. Now if you're someone who already has your favorites, like you have a separate blush which is your favorite, you have a separate contour and a highlighter, then no need to go for this palette. But if you're looking for a face palette in which you will get all the 3 in one, so that you don't have to carry everything alag se, then I think this palette is something you can go for. It is not the best palette, but it is also not the worst palette. Also, I feel if you're someone with medium tone like me, then you can go for this shade 03, because it has beautiful contouring shades. If you don't want contouring shades and you want bronzing shades which are more on the warm tone, then go for the other 2 variants. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such reviews, and I'll see you next week with another video. Take care till then. Tata.